Welcome back to the Big Weekend Show. Biden's still feeling the blues over the Democrat bait and switch for Harris. The former president cracking a joke after his party ousted him off the 2024 ticket.
Do you want to reconsider dropping out of the race?
I'm back in.
It may not be a joke, as Axios is reporting. The tensions between POTUS and his Veep are running high as Election Day nears, writing, quote, "The relationship between Kamala Harris's team and Joe Biden's White House has been increasingly fraught in the final weeks before Election Day. Biden's team wants Harris to win the election, but many senior Biden aides remain wounded by the president being pushed out of his re-election bid and are still adjusting to being in a supporting role on the campaign trail. Biden would rather be at the beach than stump for his former number two. The last time he attended a Harris campaign rally, well, that was Labor Day." All right. So, Griff, I want to come to you. I wonder, is this tension being reported in Axios? Is it real?
Yeah, here's the telltale sign. At the top of the Axios story, they say, tensions are running high, according to 10 people familiar with this story. That means people on both sides were dying to talk about it. And look, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to perceive it. You see remember DeSantis, Harris was saying, he couldn't get a call with DeSantis. The very same day, within hours, President Biden, as Axios points out, was saying, oh, he's cooperative, he's gracious, he's great. You had that moment where Harris was zooming in to talk about the hurricane. Biden's talking. It's like, just a minute, Madam Vice President, just a minute, hold on. And then you've got the press conference where Biden just randomly walks into the White House press briefing room, which he's never done, and just starts taking questions to everyone's total surprise. The same day she had a major speech and event in Michigan. And so there's no doubt that there's no love lost there. I think Taylor Swift would call this bad blood.
Bad blood.
You were such a Swiftie, Greg.
But Nicole, I look at this and go, well, if Joe Biden doesn't poll very well, it would be really uncomfortable if you want to hit the campaign trail with Kamala. And she's like, it'd be great if you didn't come. This is good for her. She doesn't want him on the trail with him.
But let's remember, the only person who polled worse than Joe Biden last year was actually Kamala Harris. And I'll be honest, I don't know if I agree with this. I don't think that there's bad blood there, because I don't think Kamala Harris is the one that pushed Joe Biden out. I think it was George Clooney and the Eastern Coastal elite Democrats that did it. And I just think she's just like another puppet for the Democratic Party. I mean, you have to remember, she was not the front runner in 2019. They completely rejected her. And the only reason she is now the nominee is because it was obvious Joe Biden was not up to the task. And if they went with anyone else, that would have looked really bad for Democrats.
Oh, see, I totally think she helped orchestrate the coup against him. Because you look at, look, Sean, we both have worked in politics. We've worked on, sort of these, coordinated coalescing coalitions and whatnot. You look at the drumbeat after Joe Biden dropped out, endorsement after endorsement. It was all lined out. It was clearly premeditated. So I think she had a huge role in pushing him out, hence the animus between the two of them. But my first thought when I read the Axios article is, did Kamala Harris want this out there? Right, to try to create some distance between her and Joe Biden. And that press conference, the impromptu press conference that Joe Biden did, it was at the exact same time. Yeah. When she was in Michigan. And not only that, but not only that, what did he say during it? He said, Kamala Harris and I have been singing from the same tune, like intentionally putting these things out there. He also put that MAGA hat on last month in Shanksville, Pennsylvania as well. He hushed her the other day during that live press conference, updating people on the hurricane relief. So there's been a few of these instances where it's like, needle, or I guess that's more of a knife I'm making. Reports. What would a needle be?
Needle.
Well, I look at it, Kamala Harris getting stuck with Joe Biden. It's not a good scene for her, so get rid of him. But I will say the two teams fighting, that's never good. They can snipe in a way that the two leaders can't, so that's not going to be good for Kamala Harris if that's actually true.
I did love that the one close Harris ally said in the article, they're too much in their feelings. Oh. They're the party of the safe space.
Who is it? Vibes and feelings. That's what they do in the Democrat Party. All right.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.